Okay, so what I thought I'd do today, I don't have any new reviews for you. So what you're going to see today is my top 5 favorite sets of all time. And I'll explain kind of each one as they show up and kind of why I choose them as the very best sets I've ever owned. I have over 70 Lego Star Wars sets. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So starting out at number 5 is the TIE Interceptor. Very simple set. Came out, I believe it was like 2004, 2005. Only like 150, 180 pieces. And I do have a full review on this as well as everything else you're going to see today. But why it's my favorite? First of all, I just love the design of the vehicle. It's very aggressive and menacing. It is one of the fastest vehicles in the Star Wars galaxy. Especially one of the fastest fighters. I think it's just a little bit slower than the A-Wing, the Rebel A-Wing. But it's just, I just love it. I love the look, like it's just coming at you no matter what. And it's easy, it's simple, it's cheap, it's good value. And I think just the style alone gives it enough playability, but it is just a wonderful looking set. And definitely one of my favorites. Comes with a minifigure, can't really go wrong there. And it's just an awesome addition to any other Imperial sets that you might have. And it's just so cool because in the first Star Wars you saw the original TIE Fighters and you're like, oh, those are cool. And then like the second Star Wars Episode 5 had these ones and you're just like, oh wow, it's even better. So like it's really, really cool. Great design, good playability, easy to build, sturdy, cheap. Can't really go wrong with the TIE Interceptor at my number 5 choice. So there is that. So for my next choice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera down and I will go get it. 1 second. So my next choice, my number 4 choice, is the Republic Fighter Tank. Another great set. This came out in, I want to say 2007. Around 400 pieces, 400 to 500 pieces. 2 minifigures, you get 2 clones. But it's just a great vehicle because it came out originally in the game for Xbox and PS2 and GameCube, I believe. And it was the game just based on the movie Attack of the Clones. And this was the first time this vehicle had ever been seen. It's never been in any of the movies. But I just think it's really cool that LEGO made something that's not in any of the movies. It's not even, I don't think it's been in the cartoon series yet. I haven't seen it, I don't remember. But there's just so much to this set that makes it great. And it was good value for money too. You have these rotating cannons that are really well designed. Everything just looks really cool on it. You have storage compartments here on the nose, right over here, and this guy can hold on to him as he's doing now. Sort of like sit on the side of the tank. You have missile racks that are hidden that flip up with 3 missiles per side, so you get 6 missiles. Then on the inside here, or on the top, you get this rotational turret, and then the whole roof of this lifts up. If I can do this with one hand. Off you get. There we go. The whole roof lifts off. You've got a view, you got a cockpit, you got 2 seats in there, and then this back seat here has a special feature. You close the lid here, and get off. Close the lid, and then when you open this back hatch, it pops the seat up when there's a minifigure in there, so it automatically raises him up over the edge, so you can see what's going on in the battlefield. It's just a great set. There's nothing really else that's designed like this set. A lot of the Star Wars vehicles, not even just sets, but just vehicles in general, follow kind of a basic rule. And this one definitely breaks it. Very, very cool. Great design. And then there's also this engine compartment too. So I mean, there's just tons of stuff to this set. lots and lots and lots of features that just make it really, really great. And it's fantastic. Like if you don't have the set, you definitely need it. Shouldn't even be that expensive now. I think it was only about $40 or $50 when it first came out. But it's just awesome. Like they did such a great job. And it's really cool too because the whole thing is on wheels, but the profile is very, very low. So it does look like it's actually hovering like it's supposed to. And it rolls very well. So just a great, great set. So that's my number 4 choice. Highly recommended you get this. Set this to the side, and we'll get my number 3 choice. Now this one is a newer set. This came out last year, 2010, but it's definitely right up there with one of my favorites. And here it is. It is the Ultimate Collector Series Obi-Wan Starfighter at number 3. And it's for a couple reasons. It's my number 3. First of all, even though it's an Ultimate Collector Series, it's only it was only $100, I believe, and you could even get it on sale for a while at $70. That's how I got it. It's 600 some pieces for only about $70, so it's great value for money. It looks fantastic. Like it is easily one of the best looking sets or vehicles ever. Very, very close to the movie in specification. The only thing is it doesn't have the rear storage, but the color scheme is great. It's got that deep red, lime green, and the white for the Republic. It's got the little information card. It's on a stand. Stand fully rotates. You can take it off the stand very easily. It's got this great engine detail back here. Very, very nice. They just did a great job. You can open up the cockpit, you can get inside. It will fit a minifigure, but it doesn't look to scale of a minifigure, which is okay. Not complaining. Oh, that's why. My mistake. Okay, whatever. There we go. Great detail on the inside. Only a couple stickers, but they're really easy to put on. Just a beautiful set though. Like they just did such a fantastic job making this a reality. Didn't even really want this as an Ultimate Collector Series set, but when they announced it, it was just like, oh my gosh, yes. Love it. Really, really happy to have this set. If you don't have it, highly recommend it. There's no play value with this set, but it's just fantastic. Like it just looks so great. Really, really fun to have. So definitely worth checking out the Ultimate Collector Series Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. And that is my number 3 choice. Number 2 choice I will go get now. So my number 2 choice, second most favorite set ever. This set is number 2 for a lot of reasons. Couple sentimental reasons. It's my first set with over 1,000 pieces. Very, very excited to have it. It's the original AT-AT Walker. This came out in like 2004, 2003, and it is 1,080 or 90 pieces, I believe. And it was just my first real like, whoa, it's a huge set. Like it's fantastic. It's bigger than the new ones you can get now. It has more detail than the new ones you can get now. It's just a big hulking walker. It's got a lot of great features. It has the troop transport spots on both sides. It was the first set ever to come with snowtroopers. If you watch my review for this set, and it was a couple years ago when I made the review for this set, but I say that the snowtroopers are rare, and a lot of you have commented, no they're not, you can get them in Battle Pack. Well, when this set came out, this was the very first set you could ever get snowtroopers in, so they were very rare at the time. And it was really cool because it was a $100 set, so I was like, whoa, very rare, but now they're not, obviously, because you can get snowtroopers in a Battle Pack, but it's got great detail. Just everything just looks like it should from the movie. It's even got the hidden speeder compartment in the rear section. So just a fantastic set. Definitely better than the new ones. You can even see my review of the newer one that just came out in a comparison. and you'll see that this one is just superior. Great detail in the legs, great detail in the armor plating, great detail in the cockpit. It's a fantastic set. Pretty expensive now because it's the original. It's about $300 to $400 to get online, but totally worth it in my opinion. It's just fantastic to look at. It's really, really cool. You can play with it. The legs fully pose in pretty much any way you want them to. So very, very worth it. And it's pretty easy to build. It does take some time, but it's very, very much worth it. So just to recap, we have number 5, TIE Interceptor. Number 4, Republic Fighter Tank. Number 3, Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter Ultimate Collector Series. And number 2, AT-AT Walker. And my number 1 choice is... The anticipation must just be killing you. It is the original Millennium Falcon. Like I said with the AT-AT, this is number 1 for me for sentimental reasons as well. It's one of the first really big sets I got. It is not 1,000 pieces, so it's not for the same reason. This one's about 800 pieces. But it was the first like really, really big set. It looks big, even compared to the AT-AT, just because it takes up a lot of space. It's kind of the iconic Star Wars vehicle, especially when you're a kid growing up. When I was watching these movies, the Millennium Falcon was just like, oh wow, that's the. It was kind of the home base of all Star Wars sets. It was just everything that the movie revolved around. Han Solo and Luke and going to Dagobah before it was blown up, and going to Yavin 4 and landing in the Death Star and escaping and all that stuff. It was just really, really cool. This is kind of the set. And they've done 3 more versions of this with a 4th one on the way. Oh no, wait. This one? Hoth, Ultimate, MIDI. 6th one on the way. I take that back. This is the original. This came out in 2000. There is the Hoth version. There is the Ultimate Collector Series version. There's the MIDI scale. And now there is a new one coming out for 2011. That one I may get. I'm never going to get the Hoth one. Not going to get the MIDI one. And the Ultimate Collector Series one, I think everybody wants, but few people are going to get, especially now that it's around $1,200 to $1,500. So this is, I'm really glad to have this one. Detail-wise, I know that it's got these big plating pieces up here instead of having actual individual pieces to make it look a little more real. But I kind of like that. I like the overall effect. It looks a lot more swooped than in, I think the other ones. The other ones look a little more jagged, unless you get into the Ultimate series. But it's just fun. Like, it's just a great set. I remember I built this as quickly as possible, and then just went crazy playing with it, playing with it. And it still has good detail. On the inside, you've got storage, you've got smuggler spots, you have escape pods that eject, you have the dredge board, you got the turret control, you have storage up here, you have storage in here, you have the boarding ramp that drops down. It's just awesome. Like, it's just so cool. It's got Han and Chewie at the wheel. It's got the original yellow minifigure style that they used to do for most sets. It's just awesome. Like, they just did such a cool job. It's got little tools that are all around it. It's just fantastic. Like, it's just a great set. It's not perfect. My number 1 choice doesn't have to be perfect. I don't think any set really is, because there's always something you can get that's better, worse. Like this, for example, the landing gear doesn't retract. You have to just pop it off. I don't know. I mean, it's my number 1. It's my number 1 choice. It's just really fun to have. It looks really cool, and I definitely recommend getting it. If you can't get the Ultimate Series Millennium Falcon, this is definitely my favorite. I would get this one. It's my number 1 choice. So there is that for you guys. If you're wondering why I didn't choose the Star Destroyer, the Ultimate Collector Star Destroyer that I have, or you're wondering why I didn't choose the Ultimate Collector Series Death Star that I have, those sets are all fantastic, but they're too big. You can't do anything with them. This, TIE Fighter you can just pick up and fly it around. The tank you can roll across the ground. This is really easy to pose and take off. This one the legs move. This one's fun to play with and open up. The Ultimate Star Destroyer and the Ultimate Death Star look really cool. They're awesome sets. But you can't just pick it up and fly it around. You can't have your kid touch it. You can't, I mean, they're fragile and they're huge and they take forever to build and they're very expensive. So it's not an overall experience. It's a great set, but it's not a great overall experience. Honorable mentions though for my top sets. I would say number 6 set is definitely the new Republic gunship. That's a great set. Number 7, probably the Republic Cruiser. That's another great set too. And I have more. Eventually I'll probably do a top 10. But I think these are all great choices. Next week I'm going to do my bottom 5, my 5 least favorite sets that I own. Just for some interesting facts and stuff to do. Besides that, the only other thing to say to you guys is that they announced the Super Star Destroyer finally. Ultimate Collector Series Super Star Destroyer. It comes out September 1st, 2011. Extremely excited. Definitely going to get it as soon as possible. Like I said in my last video, a lot of my money is going towards restoring a classic car right now. But I will do everything I can to get that set for you guys. It's 1100, sorry. It's 3,152 pieces, so it's a little bit more pieces than you got in the Star Destroyer. And the Ultimate Star Destroyer that I have is 35 inches long. It's almost 3 feet. The Ultimate Super Star Destroyer is 49 inches long, so it's huge. It's way bigger than the Star Destroyer. So, and it should be. I mean, it should be immense. So, very excited for that. September 1st, $400 in the US, $500 in Canada, and I believe it's €350 for the rest of you guys. Don't know what it is in Australia, but it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Definitely going to do a review. Going to try and get it as soon as possible. So that is that for you guys. I hope you enjoy. A new video next Thursday for sure, and hopefully the next couple weeks afterwards. So that is that. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for giving me 3,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys next week.